When the calendar rolls into a new year, many people turn to goals to improve their health or to lose weight. To set us up for success, we sat down with Hy-Vee dietitian Melissa Yeager for today's Newsmakers.
Well, Melissa, let's begin with New Year's resolutions. How should we get started on the right foot?
Well, I'm always so excited to meet with clients in the new year because we have all this extra motivation. We've set some of these larger, broader goals. So really my tips for success is how can we break that down and change those and set those into SMART goals. Maybe you have a goal of losing weight in the new year. Maybe it's eating more fruits and vegetables or managing your diabetes. So by setting SMART goals, which stands for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound, we can actually create small lifestyle changes and steps to help you reach those broader overarching goals. And so that's where coming in and working with a dietitian can really help you to break that down.
And I would think about with the SMART goal process that measurable is really important.
It is, because it allows us to hold ourselves accountable, and by making goals that are also time bound, it helps us to have good check-in time points. So I would look at a goal of I want to eat more fruits and vegetables, which is great. Most of us aren't getting our 5 servings a day, and taking a look at how many are you actually eating now, and what can we do in the next day, the next week, the next couple of months to help you reach that goal so that we can say, yes, you did eat an extra serving of fruits or vegetables at breakfast 3 times over the last week. So maybe this next week we can bump it to 4 times, or we can create those smaller lifestyle changes that then allow you to build towards that greater goal.
Many of us have never been to a dietitian. What should we expect when we walk through the door, and what type of services do you guys offer?
Well, when I take a look at our services, if somebody has never worked with us before, I always recommend starting with a discovery session. It's one of our complimentary services, and it allows us to get to know you as an individual a little bit better, learn a little bit more about your health history and maybe what's bringing you to work with us today, so that then we can make those personalized recommendations for services that meet your needs.
All right. And you guys, it really goes beyond just breaking down the scientific part. You guys have meal planning. You have several offshoots to help folks meet goals.
Exactly. I find that in the new year, so many of us have the best intentions to plan out our meals and snacks, maybe get back on track with previous dietary habits that we've had. But at the end of the day, that takes up a lot of extra time, right? And that's something we don't all have. So we've created our Hy-Vee Healthy Habits menu plan program, which bases your menu on your energy needs to help you meet your goals, whether that be weight loss, weight maintenance, or weight gain. And so we plan out your breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks so you don't have to write everything down, track calories, do all that extra work. And we send you home with grocery shopping lists each week along with new recipes to try. So hopefully you can learn more about balancing your plate, creating a more well-rounded diet, and still meeting those goals. But maybe you're like some of my friends who are going, my biggest question is what's for dinner tonight? That always gets asked, right? So that's where our freezer meal prep workshops come into play. And each month we launch a new menu, and during our classes held throughout the month, in under 60 minutes you're going to make 5 freezer-ready meals that can feed your family of 4 to 6 people each. So you always have something on hand to throw in the slow cooker, maybe bake up on a sheet pan quickly, and have that dinner on the table ready for everybody when they're hungry.
It's always hard, but so any help we can get in that category is great. And then I know you probably get asked about weight loss all the time, but there are other components to living a healthy lifestyle, making sure you have enough nutrients, vitamin D, all the things, and you guys help with that as well.
Exactly. I think we get so set on seeing the number on the scale in the new year when really there are lots of opportunities to check in on other biomarkers to see where's your heart health at, how are you managing your diabetes or your risk for pre-diabetes. And so not only do we offer both cholesterol and A1C screenings at the store, but I'm really excited because in January we're launching a new free vitamin D screening courtesy of Vitamine, which sponsored all of these screenings for us to be able to give to the community for free. And it's allowing us the opportunity to check your vitamin D status, which we know that as Minnesotans, and we're this far north of the equator without a ton of sunlight, especially in the winter months, oftentimes vitamin D can be lacking. So by checking in on that status, we can get a good measure of knowing where are we at and how can we make dietary changes to improve that level so that we can continue to support our bone health, that calcium absorption, which supports our bones and teeth, our immune system, all of that. So vitamin D plays such a critical role, so it's exciting to be able to navigate this further with clients.
All right, lots of good information at your fingertips at the grocery store.
Yes.
The Audubon Society's Christmas bird count is still underway. Three Rivers Park District took part in the annual count a few weeks ago. Three Rivers birding experts say if you look for birds in the winter, you'll see songbirds and birds big and small, plus ones you might not have seen before.
Bald eagles are probably very likely, juveniles and adults. We might see a peregrine falcon that's been hanging out down the river on the bridge. And I've seen kestrels and sharp-shinned hawks here recently. We actually had a merlin here on the big oak tree 2 weeks ago.
The bird count data collected ends up going to the National Audubon Society, which keeps track of climate and bird migration patterns. The National Audubon Society wraps up their Christmas bird count on January 5th. The Hopkins Center for the Arts has a new gallery by Twin Cities artist Joshua Bindewald that he is calling Muchness. This fun print gallery is largely abstract.
But there are elements of recognizable imagery sprinkled in throughout. They're really dramatic in their color and use of shape. Some are mixed media, assemblage. There's a number of different print techniques being used, screen print, intaglio, as well as relief. They're exciting pops of color during our December grays.
Clark says works in this gallery examine human beings' relationship with nature. This mixed media print gallery is on display on the second floor of the Hopkins Center for the Arts, and it will run free of charge until Saturday, January 7th.